So this is going to be a video of me telling you everything that you actually need. Not all the fluff of the newborn, first time mom stuff. The stuff you really need. Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Deanna. I do this channel with my husband Kwame. And we are in my Nest With Me series. This is episode 2. I am now 31 weeks, a couple of days pregnant with baby number 2. So I want to tell y'all I'm a now second time mom. Things that I have learned are actually necessities and things that are not necessities. You don't really need them. And this is coming from somebody who actually didn't want to buy a whole bunch of stuff with my first baby, but I really just didn't know like what I needed to buy. That's a first time mom. Now that I'm second time mom and I've done this before, I'm gonna tell you what you need. I'm gonna break it up into some categories so that it's easier for everyone to follow. It's easier for me not to forget anything. And I will link pretty much everything that I can find in the description box. So check that out if you're looking for them. So the first category is sleep. So with my first baby, I used a bedside bassinet. Now the bedside bassinet was amazing because I was a breastfeeding mom, so I could just roll over, pick my baby up, pop her on the boob, burp her, put her back over. I didn't have to get out of bed, and it was such a time saver, lifesaver. I got a little bit of sleep. You know, you want to try to get as much sleep as you can, but the babies, they sleep when they want to sleep, whatever. So a bedside bassinet worked out really well for me my first time. My second time, I'm going to be using just a regular bassinet so that it'll encourage me to get out of bed, because I want to pump this time around so that Kwame can feed her and my first daughter can feed her. Even though she's 1, I know she's going to want to feed her in a bottle, so I want to be able to pump. And the only way to do that is to encourage myself to get out of bed and not just put her on the boob. You need a bassinet. And I know that everyone says you need a crib, you need like a dresser and all these things. But honestly, I'm not gonna put your baby in the crib. He's not in the very beginning. We didn't start using our crib until she was like a year. That was really late. But we plan on using the crib. Once they outgrow the bassinet, that's when you can go and get the crib. And honestly, I like secondhand cribs, so like stuff from Marketplace, because 1, they're already put together. 2, all you have to do is clean them and then buy your own crib mattress, which crib mattresses, if you get them from Walmart, are like 40 bucks. And you don't have to pay the full price. Even we just moved down south and we had to leave Milena's crib up north because it just didn't fit in the moving truck. So we got another crib, and it was $100 for the crib. But if I would have bought that same crib new, it would have been $350. That's just something to think about when you do want to decide if you want to get a crib or a bassinet, or wherever you want to put your baby to go to sleep. Bassinets are the way to go. The next thing is sleepers for your baby. Newborns, you have to change their diapers all the time. I don't know why, you just do. So you want to make sure that you have some type of newborn sleeper for your baby, or 0 to 3 months. But personally, I like the newborn because my baby came out at 6 pounds 2 ounces, so she was little. So all of the clothes that she had, she was swimming in it if it wasn't a newborn. So I would suggest you make sure that you have at least a couple of newborn outfits, newborn sleepers, so that your baby can be in it and comfortable at least until they grow a little bit bigger. That's the same thing with newborn diapers. People tell you not to get newborn diapers, but if your baby comes out a little smaller, you're gonna want some newborn diapers. And you had them and didn't use them, instead of needing them and not have them. Just at least have 1 pack of newborn diapers and you should be okay. And if you do need more, go out to the store and get some more. Now onto the car. For our first daughter, we went with the Duna car seat. Yes, it's expensive. We put it on our registry, and our family member bought it for us, but it was a lifesaver for us because we were living in the city and sometimes we would park like a block or 2 away from our house. So instead of having to carry a newborn car seat, we had the car seat stroller, and it didn't take up extra room in our car because our car wasn't that big, and it didn't take up extra room in our house because our house wasn't that big. So we just had the Duna, which worked amazing for us. And I know that the Duna doesn't work for a lot of people, but I would suggest to get a car seat that will work for you. Like if you have another child, for us now we're opting to get a double stroller and a car seat combo. So they have travel systems out there that you can get if you do decide to use a stroller. Now strollers are not necessities. My cousin, who has 3 boys, she said she does not use a stroller because she's a single mom too. So she also is like, I don't want to fool with a cart with a stroller and I have my boys right there. Like, she'd rather just hold her boys and get out and keep going than as opposed to putting a stroller and having to put it back. So it really is just up to you. That's why I don't say that a stroller is a necessity, but obviously the car seat is, especially in the beginning, because if you have a home birth, you don't really have to leave your house. But if you leave the hospital, they make sure that you have a car seat. And then you have to go to the doctors all the time. Like, I feel like we went to the doctors like once a week or something like that. We went often so that they can do checks on her, make sure she was gaining weight. Maybe that was just because she was a home birth baby. They wanted to make sure she was all right. But I don't know. She was fine. She was fine. But we went to the doctors. It just felt like so often, like once a month for a while. So you're going to need a good quality car seat. And if you are a stroller person, you might want to look into a stroller as well. Graco is a good, like, #1 trusted brand, and I think they're the cheapest brand. I would not suggest getting a car seat secondhand, but a stroller, you can do that. So the next thing is baths. So you're not supposed to like actually submerge your baby into an actual bath until their cord falls off. And for Milena, she had a lotus birth, so her placenta was still attached for I think 7 or 8 days, something like that. Like, her placenta was attached for a while. So we didn't really bathe her, we sponge bathed her. So we had just like a baby rag, some warm water, and just wiped her down because she pooped a lot to make sure we cleaned her up. And what we used was just a bowl. We didn't use any of our kitchen bowls. We actually went to the Dollar Tree and just got like an extra bowl that we were using for the placenta, so it was just like her specific bathing bowl. And then for soap, I used my breast milk and I made soap. You can get a soap base, and I have a video on how to make breast milk soap if you want to do that. But other gentle soaps and gentle cleansers for moms who don't want to use breast milk soap. So make sure that you have some of that, some stuff that is not fragranced, because babies are really sensitive to a lot of things. So you don't want to put too much stuff on your baby. So make sure you have a good quality soap and a good quality moisturizer. For Milena, we used oil. Actually, I think we used almond oil. We didn't use any lotion for a really long time. I don't think until she was like 8 or 9 months we didn't use lotions. Also, if you do decide to put your baby in the bathtub, I would suggest getting like a newborn tub, and I'll put one that I suggest on the screen and in the description box as well. The next thing is feeding. Newborns are really simple. It's cry, they eat, they poop, they sleep. That's it. For feeding, you want to make sure that whatever you decide to do, you kind of have it in advance. So if you decide to be a breastfeeding mom like me, I didn't need anything really, because I wasn't pumping, I wasn't storing any milk. It was legit just her on my boob. So all I really needed was like a breast milk, a cover. So, because I didn't feel comfortable at first, but I breastfed her till she was 17 months, so that went away. Like, I didn't care. I just popped it out whenever. But if you are a pumping mom, you're going to need your pump, and if you have insurance, they should give you a free pump, or at least a discounted pump through your insurance. You'll need a bunch of bottles and cleaning products. I will suggest to get a sterilizer. So now that I'm going to be a pumping mom, I'm getting a sterilizer for the bottles. I'm getting bottles, and I'm also just getting like a few different kinds of bottles, because I don't know for sure which ones I like or which ones my baby is gonna like, which one's gonna be the easiest to clean, because I don't want to be cleaning bottles, but I know that comes with it. I don't want to be cleaning pump parts, even though I know that comes with it. So I'm making sure that I get all of my necessary cleaning products for the bottles, for the pump parts, the sterilizing, storage. And what I'm going to do is put a specific spot in my kitchen just so that it's just for bottles and breast pumps, so that I don't get confused with all the other stuff that's in my kitchen as well. So some things that aren't really a necessity but that I really do love to have is, one, this chair. I did not have a chair for my first daughter, and I wish that I had one, because like I would be feeding her throughout the night and my back would hurt. I didn't have enough pillows. It was a whole big thing. So I wanted a chair. This chair, a rocker, and it has like a footstool glider. I got this one at their place as well. It was a new mom. She said that she never used it. She didn't like it, so she just gave it to us. I think we paid like $45 for this chair, and we love it. Another thing is like loungers for your baby. So you can honestly just put your baby on a pillow and make sure that they're guarded. But I did love having the Snuggle Me Mine organic pillow. Somebody gifted that to us as well. It was not on my registry because that is $100 for a pillow, okay? And I was not paying that, and I didn't feel comfortable having anybody else pay that much money for a pillow. But having a lounger was really amazing for us because, like I said, they sleep all the time. So if you're in the middle of the day and they want to take a nap and you're just on the couch, you can put them right there. Also, a rocker, a bouncer, a swing, one of those will work amazing. They have a bunch of different options on the market, but of course we went with one that was just like a regular bouncer that we can move from room to room for Milena, and it worked out really amazing. Kwame and I would just sit there and bounce her with our foot because I don't like putting batteries in things. I'm not that person. If it requires batteries, don't even give it to me because I'm not going to use the batteries. Place the batteries, none of that. So just a regular bouncer just works really amazing. And also a baby carrier. I ran a daycare for the first 10 months, I believe, of Milena's life. So having her attached to me was amazing. I baby wore her up until I got pregnant again. I got pregnant when she was 13 months old. So baby wearing for us worked out really well. It helped her, just like, she wasn't really a fussy baby because I was always pretty much holding her and she was always close by me, which made me feel really good. I also have a video on baby wearing if you want more in depth on that, but it's a necessity if you have another child, or if you have to do a lot of work, or just if you want your baby close by and you want to be able to get up and do things. Like, I wore her and it counted as tummy time, and tummy time is like an important thing for babies so they can develop neck muscles or whatever. I don't know, it's important. So make sure that you can do tummy time, and if your baby doesn't like tummy time, baby wearing counts as tummy time. There you go. There are a bunch of baby gadgets out there, a bunch of just like stuff that you would love to have, but they're not necessarily a necessity. Now that is all. I hope this video was helpful. I hope that all the first time mommies out there, or second time, or third, fourth, fifth time mommies, found this video helpful. Make sure you check out my first video, the Nest With Me series. I will link that playlist as well somewhere in the video and in the description box. And I will see you in our next video. Peace.